Do you still spend hours typing the same information over and over in Excel? What if I told you Excel can do it in seconds? Some Excel worksheets look clean and professional, while others look confusing and difficult to read. The secret isn't just entering data, it's knowing how to organize and format it properly. In today's lesson, I will teach you how to enter data correctly, format your sheets like a professional, and use one of Excel's biggest time-saving tools. Let's get started. This is lesson 2, data entry and basic formatting. So in today's lesson, we shall be learning how to enter and edit existing data, formatting cells, changing font style, font size, font colors, adjusting row height, column width, using AutoFill, and many more. So let's dive in. Before we can create reports or perform calculations in Excel, we first need to enter data correctly. Data can be anything short as names, numbers, dates, prices, addresses, scores, etc. To enter data, simply click any cell of a choice in a worksheet and type your information. So let's choose cell B2. Let's say NO for number. We say name, age, and gender. Alright, so now let's carefully fill this information with data. So now for name, let's say Mary and press enter. We say John, press enter. We say Mark, press enter, and we say Mohammed, and finally Lisa. Alright, so let's fill these ages for these various names. Say age for Mary, you say 12, and gender is what? F. For John, we say 13, gender is M. Now also let's focus on editing data. So we have entered the data. This is how to enter data. Let's focus on editing data. Sometimes we make mistakes while typing. Fortunately, Excel makes correcting our mistakes very easy with two methods. Method 1, as you can see in the provided example now, we already made a mistake. Instead of spelling Mark as M-A-R-K, we say M-A-K, as you can see it. So method 1, let's just click the cell and double click it, so it will automatically give you the privilege to edit the data. So now let's edit it correctly, M-A-R-K. Okay, so method 2 is that by also clicking the cell that you made a mistake and press F2 in your keyboard, so it will also automatically give you the privilege to edit data. You press F2, you see. All right, so formatting cells, we can format our cells by focusing on different aspects, so like font style, font size, bold, italics, underline, font color, fill color, borders, etc. So let's first deal with the font style. So we can change the appearance of our text by selecting different fonts. Example, let's change the font of these headings. So let's change name, font of name. So just click the cell, highlight, and simply come to this drop down area. So now let's change it from calibre to area black. Okay, also let's do the same for all of these. Click the cell and change the font style to area black. Click the cell, change the font style to area black. Okay, so we are good. So now let's also change the font style. So the font size, now you can change it by simply clicking the cell and change it here in this drop down arrow. So let's change it to 14, from 11 to 14. Let's do the same to this, 14, and also 14. Okay, so now our headings have different fonts from the data beneath. Okay, you can see the font of our headings. So name is having font of what, 14, age also what, 14, gender same as number. Okay, so now for bold also, we can make our writings bold by clicking the cell and choosing the bold option here, this B. But for now, I don't think it's necessary because these are just data beneath. Okay, so let's just click the cell again and undo the action. Okay, so we should have edited our data at this top here, the name, age to bold, but it is already bold. Okay, based on what, the font style. So the font style is bold, so let's just consider leaving it that way. So for italics, you can change the fonts or your data to be italic by choosing the cell and clicking the italic option here, choosing the cell and clicking the italic option. Okay, but we don't want all of that for now. Let's just leave it as professional as it is for now. So for underline also, our advice, instead of using underline and bold at the same time, we advise use one of them, because both are just used to make data very visual so that it can be identified easily. So but if you want to underline, you can simply choose the column or the cell and you come to this underline option. You can see a drop down here, so just choose the drop down. You can see single underline and double underline like this, but it's not necessary for now. Okay, so for the font color, yeah, we have to use font color for this. It's very easy also. So just come, let's change the font color of our headings here, this number, name, age and gender. So let's just simply click the cell and change the font color by coming here. So this is what, font color. Okay, so let's change it from black to maybe green. Yeah, black to green. So let's do the same for all of them. So just choose age and come to this. So for font or fill color, we can fill these columns here with different color. So since we've already changed the font color to gray, let's fill it with black, because that is a perfect match. So let's change it to black like this. So we've changed the fill color, so this looks so good right now. So for borders, it's also necessary to border our data so that it's very much professional. So let's do it now by simply clicking this cell, and after clicking, just left click and extend. Okay, left click and extend. So after doing that, just come to this border option. You can see you see a drop down arrow here, so just click it and choose the type of border that you want. But for now, we want all borders. Okay, so if we choose all borders, there will be borders for everything. But also there is a very important thing. So let's try to center these data. So this gender, let's try to center it middle so that it looks more professional. Let's also do the same for age. Let's format it so that it will be in the center. So just click the cell and choose this option. Okay, this format option, so that it will be in the center. Adjusting row height and column width. Sometimes text is too large or wrapped inside the row. We can increase the row height to improve readability by simply doing this task. Just move to the intended row like this, left click and drag downwards to increase the row height, or left click and drag upwards to decrease the row height. Same also goes to the column width. This is a practical example here where gender almost wrapped into cell F. So let's just increase the column width. So just left click and drag to the right so that you can simply increase the width of cell, the column E. Finally, using AutoFill. One of the smartest features in Microsoft Excel is AutoFill. Instead of typing the same information repeatedly, Excel can complete patterns for us. Example, let's just type 1 here, say 1, and here 2. So from then, just click where you started, this cell 1 where you typed 1, left click and drag it to 2, and you can see a small handle here. This is the AutoFill handle. Immediately over that option, that button, so it's the cell changes, the sign changes. So you see from this big sign it changes to this small plus sign or positive sign, so which automatically tells you that you are there. So from then you can simply drag, left click and drag to the last name, okay, just like this, and boom, everything is over. Excel has automatically autofill things for you. So now let's just center these also so that it can be in a very professional way. So just click the column and you click this area so that you can center the numbers, okay, 1 2 3. So finally also we made a mistake. We've already made a border for these options here, for this data, and numbers are out of the border, so let's border them also. So let's click from 1 and click onto this last side of our data and choose borders, okay. So come here, drop down, you can see all borders and border everything again, so everything is now normal. Excel's autofill does not only limit you in numbering, you can also do that for days of the week, months of the year, etc. So let's try days of the week. Let's type Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so now just extend, left click and extend to the second, and you autofill. Come to this small handle and drag downwards. So Excel automatically autofills the balance or the rest days of the week. So you can do that with the other formatting like the months of the year and the rest. So now let's name our data, okay. Let's name it as names of students. Names of what? Students, okay. Students. Alright, so now this seems as if the sentence is being wrapped into other cells, but just know that it is in cell B, okay. So now we need to make this appear at the center. So just click cell B and left click and drag, okay, drag to this point, to E. So let's make it to merge at the center. I say merge and center, so automatically it appears at the center. So but we need also to format this. Let's make it bold and increase the font to 16. Okay, this sounds and looks way more professional. Now pause the video and practice what you've learned. Create the table exactly as shown on your screen. If this is to be previewed, so if you want to see how it looks like, just come to File and Print. So this is exactly how it will look like if this is to be printed, okay. Congratulations on completing lesson 2. In the next lesson, we will learn one of the most important parts of Microsoft Excel, basic formulas and calculations. You will discover how to perform calculations automatically instead of using a calculator. If you found this lesson helpful, please like this video, subscribe to Learning Tech, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. Thank you for watching. I will see you in lesson 3.